platforms are changing
Okay.
like every 3 months. Painless posting is a way for people to post in less than 5 minutes a day. We give people fill-in-the-blank captions and customizable graphics, and they can nail their social as fast and easy as making a cup of coffee. If your business isn't social media, are you really going to be following the influencers and the creators and all the platforms, right? And keeping up with this? No, you just come to me, ask me the question, I have the answer, and you're done.
Welcome to the Who You Know Show, where what you know is important, but who you know can make all the difference in your business, career, relationships, and life. I'm super excited. We're here at Video Marketing Conference 2022, and this episode is brought to you by Real News PR, all things media, making you look like $1 million. Now, I am super pumped and excited for our guest here today. We've got Maggie Carey in the house, and Maggie is the founder and CEO of Master It Media and a creator of Painless posting. I like that. That sounds good because sometimes it can hurt a little bit on social media. Welcome to the show, Maggie. How are you?
Hey, Trevor. I'm doing fabulous. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my gosh. So, okay, first of all, I got to ask you, painless posting. I like the alliteration.
Yes.
Painless posting. Tell me a little bit about that.
So painless posting is a way for people to post in less than 5 minutes a day. We give people fill-in-the-blank captions and customizable graphics, and they can nail their social as fast and easy as making a cup of coffee.
Wow. Okay, so hold up. Now I'm liking this because I go out and we do this thing here called mic drop moments. Okay, and so we repurpose the mic drop moments on this show, right, into captions and quotes and da. But I like how you have fill in the blank ones. Can you maybe give me an example of a fill in the blank like mic drop moment?
Yeah, for sure. Now you're going to play with me with this, right?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so you know what most people wonder about with insert your industry?
Oh, you know what most people wonder about with their money?
I find the most asked question I get is,
What should I do with my 401k?
well, we have the answer for you. Here is my biggest tip. It's
Review your options, your special tax notice with a professional.
now, if you want to learn more, contact us at
ClearPathWealthStrategies.com.
Dude. You have just nailed it. And now you're going to have this cute little Canva there you go, mic drop.
Mic drop. That's amazing.
And then you have this cool little Canva template, easy peasy. You go in, you pop on your cool, logo, you put in your colors, you change out maybe the photo, but everything's all there. It's paired. So you have the caption and you have the graphic and you're done. Do you see how easy that was?
That was super easy, and I loved the role playing, and that was awesome because we just made a commercial together. How cool is that?
Awesome.
Wow. Okay. So what else besides the fill in the blanks? What are some other things that you're doing to help make posting painful? Or wait,
Painless.
painless.
Painless
Yeah,
posting. We don't want painful posting.
Yeah.
No,
It's already painful.
So with this monthly subscription,
Okay.
people get tutorials. They get a live Q&A with me every month, and they get all those, those fun little hashtag holidays that come up. There's, I don't know, like, the National Coffee Day,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Like things like
There's
that.
so many different.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I have an amazing friend who's a photographer.
Okay.
And she missed National Camera Day. And I told her, if you were a Painless Posting subscriber, that would not have happened, right? So when you miss out on those fun hashtag holidays because they're trending, right? Like think of, can I mention other brand names? Like
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so like Dunkin' Donuts, right?
Sure.
They give out a free cup of coffee,
Yeah.
right? So if you have something about coffee, like my Painless Posting, I say you can do it faster than you can make a cup of coffee. So now I'm going to hashtag National Coffee Day. I'm going to have a graphic that has a coffee on it, right? Like,
boom. Okay.
Yeah.
And so on those days, see, I'm going to be just transparent with you. I don't do that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I love it because what you're saying is on these little holidays, you're catching a viral hashtag essentially because
Yep.
it's that specific day. So that's a trending hashtag for that day,
Right.
and now you're inserting your business, whether it's related to coffee or not. You're putting it in. I mean, you're twisting it, making it relatable, right? But
Yeah.
love that.
And sometimes it doesn't relate.
Right.
Like sometimes, so you don't use it. That's why we give like 30, 40 hashtags a days a month. And you
Wow.
can pick which fits. So say you're in the health and wellness field
Mm-hmm.
and it's National Sneaker Day, you know, and you're like talking about running and make sure you have the proper shoes, right? Give yourself these tips. And we give people not only what the hashtag is, but we give them a description of, look, this is kind of what you can do with this hashtag. And on top of that, here are a whole bunch of companion hashtags that you can use with it. Because, you know, with Instagram, right, it's 30 hashtags. You can use up to 30 hashtags. There's a lot of debate out there, right? Like, should you use hashtags? Shouldn't you use hashtags, right? My thing is, it's searchable now. We were just in this amazing TikTok influencer, Austin, just did, right?
Yeah,
like
Armstrong,
Austin
yeah.
Armstrong, right?
Yeah.
Talked about hashtags. Like these things are still being used, right? People are still searching for trending topics.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it really, each platform's different.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about with Instagram 30. I know I'm really heavy into LinkedIn. LinkedIn, they will straight up tell you 3 to 5.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to do
They don't want you killing it.
No. And so they'll straight tell you that 3 to 5 relevant hashtags. And I will say, even with doing that, their hashtags on LinkedIn really don't do much. I will be, maybe they will at some point, but they don't really give a whole good of an extra boost to it. But I know there are platforms, especially TikTok. You were mentioning TikTok. I know for certain. I've heard from numerous experts that say the hashtag makes all the difference.
Yeah.
And so I think it just kind of depends. But I love what you're saying because it's paying attention to what platform you're on.
And what I find the most challenging with, the reason why we do a live Q&A with people is because the platforms are changing like every 3 months.
Oh, right.
Platforms are changing. Like to keep up with this,
Yep.
like if your business isn't social media, are you really going to be following the influencers and the creators and all the platforms, right? And keeping up with this? No, you just come to me, ask me the question, I have the answer, and you're done.
I love that because, yes, they're going to leverage your time, right? Guys, this only happens, okay, in 2 ways. Yeah, mic drop. This happens in 2 ways, time or money, okay? Time or money. And so you can go in and you can spend your time trying to figure all this stuff out, trying to DIY it, trying to, make all the mistakes and figure out that, it's not even that your content or your message sucks. You're just not doing it right. You're not playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. And I make that mistake all the time. Or you could go out and get an expert who's already knows the rules to the game.
Right.
And they're going to make sure that you get, you pass go and you get $200.
And think about it. Like, it's not like it's football or baseball where these are the rules. And maybe every once in a while there might be a slight change, right? Like, let's say, now you can do this, right? It's not like that.
No.
Social media is evolving
every day.
so fast.
Oh my gosh, yeah, with LinkedIn, that's my platform, and so yeah, it changes all the time. I'm part of their creator, program, and it's always adapting, and it's like, man, and they come out with something new, and I'm like, man, I got to learn something new, and it's like, that's one way to look at it is like, ugh. But then the other way to look at it is like, okay, here's an opportunity, maybe this takes off, but it is an ever evolving thing.
Right.
So how do you stay up to date with it? What is your platform of choice? I'm going to ask you that.
Okay, so my platform of choice is Insta. Right?
Okay.
I love Instagram.
I suck on Insta, so let's make it happen.
But here's my thing. It's like asking me to pick my favorite child, right? Like I've got 3 kids. Like I'm not picking my favorite child. It's tough because I love LinkedIn, right? My target audience sits in LinkedIn. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? But there's something about Instagram that I just love, right? Like Facebook is annoying me right now.
Yeah, I don't like Facebook for sure. Well, Facebook is, to me,
but it's a big
so,
boy.
It's so political on Facebook, I feel. Instagram, I will say, this is just my perception. I get on there and I'm going on to learn because I see people who are doing it and I'm following a lot of people that are crushing it and I'm like, okay, what are they doing? How are they doing it? But then I come off that thing feeling depressed. I will be honest with you because it's a highlight reel most of the time, and people
Yeah.
aren't putting a real authentic. They're just putting this moment. This is a highlight moment. Look at us. We're at this, doing it. This is a highlight moment. Let's just be real. This is not everyday life.
Yeah. But think about what you said.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I'm going to a platform is to what? Learn.
Learn,
Right?
yep.
So then you should, you're in the right platform. You're on LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is the place for learners and people who want to engage authentic and they don't care that you're having your cappuccino at Starbucks today. They could care less,
Yep.
right? They want to know, that top 5 tips for, an entrepreneur, right?
Yep.
Whatever it is, right? Like, I think that's why you've got to go with your flavor. But as a business owner, right, you've got to be in all the places. Like,
All
so,
the places.
So people,
Omnipresent, right?
right?
Yep.
Like, look, am I killing it on TikTok? No, right? Like, I got to get there. I got to be better there. But I started playing with Pinterest, and I'm getting a lot of draws over to my website because of what I'm putting on Pinterest. Now, the Pinterest, like, who does a lot of people do Pinterest. It's unbelievable. But here's the thing. Biggest tip, I'll give you a biggest tip, right? Secure your brand on every single platform.
Get your domain name, essentially, right? Get your name.
Like at Master It Media.
Yes.
Right?
That's a good one. I'm going to give you a mic drop for that.
Good.
Because I have to do 7-7 because somebody already got Trevor Houston. So I do Trevor Houston 7-7 because that's my favorite number. 7.
There you go.
But somebody already got Trevor Houston 7. So I have to do Trevor Houston 7-7. Anyway.
Just do it on all of them.
I know. Just
make
get
it consistent. Like, if you can, make it consistent. That way it's easier. Then you can say, like, that's how I do it. I have all the little cute little icons, and then I have at Master It Media, right? Like, do you know, I was like insane. I have a networking organization I'm a part of, right? And I was insane trying to get to 100 followers on my YouTube channel, because when you hit 100 followers on YouTube,
you can change the name.
You get to name your. And I was
Yes.
like, okay. So I said,
The
okay,
URL.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for 4 weeks, I was like, please follow me, please follow me,
Yes.
please follow. Every single networking meeting I went. So it's during COVID, so we're all online. So I was like at every meeting, hundreds of people, and I'm like, are you sick of me asking you to follow my YouTube channel? If so, follow me so I'll stop saying it, because once I hit 100, I'll do it.
You know what's so interesting about that? I did the exact same thing. But I watched a YouTube video. Check this out. So I watched a YouTube video about how to hit your first 100 and mistakes and pitfalls.
Oh.
And one of them, they were saying to not do what we did. I did it too.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
So for your first 100 subscribers, not to like go get everyone you know in your close knit to subscribe, because they're not authentic. They didn't find you. They didn't discover you. And it's a discovery platform. And so they didn't discover you. So they're not really going to watch. So it hurts against your watch time. And so like the algorithm, your first 100 were a dud. If your first 100 discovered you and found you organically and subscribed, then they're more apt to come back and come again. And so I was like, wow, that really makes sense. So I totally started. It's like you starting off on a bad note.
On a bad note.
Right?
Because like those are I thought, oh, well, it's my networking group. They're business owners, right? So at least I'm not asking my my brother and sister to follow me.
It makes sense. It's like the people you know. It's all about who you know. So you go ask them but then, and so again, I'm not a YouTube expert, but I watched that video and I was like, that logic totally made sense to me. So
yeah. No, that's great. Well, good tip. I think you deserve a mic drop.
Yay!
There you go.
Look at that. I get a mic drop. Woo! Wait, you got a bowl of mics.
I got a bowl.
You got a bowl of mics.
Oh, I get to throw a mic?
You get a mic. You get a mic.
There you go.
You
Everybody
all
gets
get
a
mics. All right. So I also want to talk about, what were you doing before you started this agency, and then like what led to it?
Yeah, so this was really cool. So I've got, believe it or not, 35 years experience in IT.
Oh.
I actually developed a government IT department that was not there when I was in my early 20s.
Wow.
All right, so there was not an IT department. They didn't have computers.
Dang, you were like, I'm going to create this.
Yes.
Here it is.
And so my background was all on tech, right? Like replacing hardware, installing software, networking, not the networking where you talk to people, right?
Yeah.
And I did all of that. And I got to a point where I said, I'm done with this. I want to own my own business. So I started my own business, and it was basically teaching people how to use their computer. But everything from eBay, now I'm going back like over 20 years, right? How to use eBay, how to use Word, like basic stuff, right? And I did it, and I was like, ugh, this is going nowhere. I opened a theater company. I have a background in theater, so I said,
cool.
I'm gonna teach children how to perform because I love doing this, and that kind of like it didn't feed my soul. So, again, this networking organization I'm with, Master Networks, one of the women said, you're doing this thing, you're selling advertising. Like, do you like this? And I'm like, no, I absolutely hate it. And she's like, why are you doing it? I'm like, put food on the table? Like, why wouldn't I, right? So she's like, what do you love to do? And I'm like, I love to help people learn how to use technology. I love to help people with their frustration. So I started Master IT Media, right? And I started doing that. So a Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I'm sitting in my office. I've got a picture of this. I'm sitting in my office, and I'm working on my Black Friday sale, and I'm working on and look how cool I am working on a Wednesday night, doing my social media, and, my kids were home, right? Getting ready for Thanksgiving, and where am I? I'm at my office, 7, 8 o'clock at night, trying to do my stuff. I'm like, I had to, come to Jesus moment, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm running my own business so I can spend more time with my family, that I can help people, but I can't even help myself. I can't even help my own business. And I started realizing there has to be a better way to do social media than the way I'm doing it. Like there's got to be a faster, faster, better way, right? So
I think a lot of people are like that. Like a theme that was being talked about in this conference that we're at is burnout. Right.
Yeah.
And just, to be on all these platforms and to do it's a lot of work, guys. For anybody that's not a content creator, try it. And then you'll understand how much work content creators are actually doing to be able to do what we're doing. It's a lot. So,
yeah.
So I love it.
Yeah. So I sat down. Now, remember, I have this 35 years in IT. So I used to research software. I used to implement software. I used to train on software. So I took all those skills, and I'm like, I'm finding the thing that's going to make this happen. Well, it wasn't one thing. What I started realizing was there wasn't one tool that did everything that was going to help me help with my own social, right? So I gathered a whole bunch of tools. I developed a process, right? Have you ever read the E-Myth Revisited?
No.
Oh, dude. E-Myth Revisited.
Okay.
You're going to be like, you want to talk about mic drop? Like, that book has like 100 of them. So I developed a process on how to do it, and I started using it for my own social, and I started realizing, this is better than what I'm doing.
I was just literally, so I'm not even kidding you. So just the other day, I was having a conversation with Fanny Dunnigan. She spoke up here today.
Oh, she was awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
Everybody loves Fanny. That's her hashtag, literally. Everybody loves Fanny. And so we were just talking about, I was like, man, do you use like Hootsuite or any of these, things that, you can build a calendar and you can upload all your content into the calendar and then it automatically posts it out. And I know I've heard pros and cons, because some algorithms like you to natively upload. And if you do a calendar like that, they're not going to reward you or whatever. And I'm like, there's got to be a better way. Like, seriously, this is frustrating. You know what I mean? Other than hiring someone to physically do it.
Right.
What is your system?
So it's actually, I pulled it together, and it's my system. It's my Master at Media system. I took the platform, and then I pulled in a whole bunch of tools with it.
Nice.
So now people can just, done.
So it's not, is it like...
It's like, it's like the buffers and the laters and the planoles and things like that. But we add in, things where you can edit each, like, so you can pull it in, but you want it to be just a little bit different. Like you
want
mentioned,
to tag,
right?
You want to do this, and like certain platforms are like LinkedIn. Don't put a link in there. If you put a link in there, it ain't going to be good.
And only use 3 to 5 hashtags.
3 to 5 hashtags. Yep.
And Instagram, you want 30, maybe 10. There's always debate.
How does it perform with video?
So actually, it's really cool. Even in Instagram, you can even upload a reel.
Reels, yes.
So
can you do TikToks with it?
Can't do TikToks.
Can't do TikToks yet.
There's only a handful of API. They call it an API, right? There's only a handful of them that
mess with
TikTok is giving their blessing to.
Yeah.
So mine, unfortunately, hasn't gotten there.
Come on, TikTok. What's up, man? You know what I'm saying? They making it difficult.
Oh, dude. They are, they can make it difficult.
Yeah. I'm looking for that. Look, listen to me. I'm going to check you out. I want to check out what you got, because I'm looking for that, the one ring to rule them all. Yeah. And in the darkness bind them.
And that's where, this is why I did.
You didn't get it.
No, I didn't get it.
You didn't get it? Come on, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, dude.
Seriously?
No, I'm more like Star Trek and,
she laughed.
And like
That's
MCR and MCU, not MCR. I went to My Chemical Romance, so now I've got MCR on the brain. So it's MCU. I'm not really DC. Depends.
That's so funny. She laughed. She was like, ha ha.
No, I didn't get it.
No, Lord of the Rings. They had 9 rings, and there was the one ring to rule them all.
Now that you said it, but you have to say it in that, if you said precious.
Yes, my precious.
Then I would have gone.
But I need that one place where I can just get my content and it gets it where it needs to go. And does it in the right way. And I haven't found the right one yet, and so I'm going to check yours out.
Check it out.
I'm going to check it out. You know what I'm saying? I literally was just talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
We can do it today. Just sit down, grab our computers.
You know what I'm saying? I love that. Okay, where do the audience get connected with you, and what's the best place for them to reach you and blow your social media up and all that?
At Master It. Hold on, let me clear my throat. At Master It Media on every single Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google Business. What else do we have? TikTok.
All of them.
Not really there.
You said Pinterest, right?
Pinterest.
Yeah, you're on all of it.
Just YouTube.
Just put at
YouTube.
At what?
At Master It Media.
At Master It Media. Check her out. Blow up her DMs. Tell her what your favorite mic drop moment was on this show today. Because, guys, that's the show. It's all about who you know.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
And, of course, a little cash flow.
Thanks for listening to the Who You Know Show podcast. My name is Trevor Houston, and if you've enjoyed this episode, consider subscribing wherever you listen and leave us a positive review to help us keep the mics on in the studio. Until next week, that's the show. It's all about who you know.